So a lot of the people who do currency trading on NSE and BSE have asked us that, why do countries keep a forex reserve at all, and why do countries have it? And so you have India, for example, we have about $320 billion, and on the other hand you have China, for example, who has $4 trillion of reserves. So I think countries must keep foreign reserves, and there are of course a variety of reasons why this would happen. So I'll just list them down for you. And the first one, of course, is the most obvious one, which is that it has to fund its imports. So funding imports, I think, you import crude oil, you import a lot of machinery, you import so many things. So when you go in the market, then they will not necessarily accept rupees. In fact, most of the countries will not accept rupees. So you need to give them a currency which is acceptable, and today the default currency, of course, is the US dollar. And then there are some others like the Japanese yen or the euro, the Swiss franc even, so some of these, the British pound. A lot of these currencies are also openly acceptable in the market, and of course there are exchange rates depending on how the product which you are buying is priced in what currency it is denominated. But net we are saying that if you want to import something, then you got to pay in a currency which is accepted by the seller. So that's the first one. The second one clearly has to be debt servicing. So we have taken up debt from other countries, and this debt is of two types. One is where the government of India has taken up debts and we need to service that, and the second of course is that our corporates, with the permission of the government, have borrowed from abroad because the source of funds is cheaper abroad, and that also has to be returned in the same currency which it is borrowed from. Typically US dollars, but frequently, like I said, pounds or euros or even yen. The third one, a very important one, is stabilize the currency, your own currency. So let's say stabilize the rupee. Now what does that mean? I mean, so we have $320 billion with us. Now assume for a second that the dollar starts going up and we want to maintain it within a certain band for stability, for having our imports within a certain frame of prices. So if the dollar starts going up, then it's only if we have dollars that we can start selling dollars in the market and bring the price of the dollar down with respect to the rupee. And the prices of the dollar could go up because there is a certain demand for dollars. Let's say we need to import oil or anything like that. So these reserves help us to quell that and make it a more level movement of the dollar, which is relatively within our control against the rupee. The fourth one, and again extremely important, just like this and in some ways related, is confidence of markets. So markets, I mean, in several ways. It could be investors who are investing here in FDI, it could be FIs who are investing in the stock markets. So people will need confidence that you have enough dollars or enough international currency to take care of any long-term or short-term or medium-term needs which you might have of forex. And I think a good example there is of course China. So it has got $4 trillion of reserves, which is more than twice our GDP. And I think with those kind of reserves, it's no surprise that a lot of companies are going and investing in China. And you will note that this feeds on each other. You have more money and people are ready to give more money to you. You have less money, which is accepted internationally, and less people are willing to give money to you. So this is certainly a war chest which we should continue to build and take it much higher than where it is today. And finally, I would say that one reason why countries do keep this, and they also should, could be as a buffer for unforeseen circumstances, for shocks, for anything which you have not accounted for and which might happen, and there could be a run on that currency. So this really helps in that. So essentially you will see that these are the 5 key reasons: import and debt servicing, I think very direct, stabilizing your own currency, and confidence of the international community in your country, in your products, in your markets, and finally as a buffer for unforeseen circumstances. I think these 5 points pretty much cover the reason why all countries like to have a significant amount of forex reserves.